Get your doctors right now. Go get your doctors. Go get your favorite scientists. I love you. That's why I need you to go get them right now. Hurry up. I'm going to wait right here. Go get the smartest person you know who understands biology. Go get the smartest person you know who understands at least something about science. Because I need you to go get them so that you can comprehend what I'm saying to you next. About 5, 6, 7 years ago, there was this man who did a TED Talk. I'm not saying any names right now. It's getting old. And in the TED Talk, he mentioned about reducing CO2 emissions. Go get your biologist for this part. You need to know this. You need to understand this. You need to comprehend it. You need to absorb this. This person who did this TED Talk about reducing CO2 emissions is the same person who wants to create a vaccine to depopulate the earth, depopulate human population. And today, he is succeeding. He's putting in place everything for that depopulation. This man wanted to create vaccines and many different ways to depopulate. To reduce CO2 emissions, there's too many people on the planet, he says. When you now look at the human condition, we are reducing CO2 emissions for sure in some form or fashion, because humans are breathing in their very own CO2. They didn't put a mask on you, told you to cover your nose. Make sure you cover your nose, because that's what you're gonna breathe in. It's a circular breathing, but with the mask, it's even more sinister. You exhale through your nose and you breathe in through your nose. You exhale through your mouth and you breathe in through your nose with the mask on. That's nothing but CO2. In your own mucus, your own whatever the hell's going on, whatever builds up. Go get your biologist. He needs to explain this to you. Go get your doctors. They need to explain this to you. And even if you're wearing a certain type of mask, what's up, babe? And even if you're wearing a certain type of mask, let's say that your mask efficiently filters the CO2 that you're breathing out, and it allows brand new oxygen, fresh oxygen, to come straight in through your nose or your mouth, and it creates a perfect circulation. Do you really think that's... No, the only way to get fresh oxygen is to take off the fucking mask, because it's here. Go get your doctor. Do not leave it up to yourself to understand what it is that I'm saying, unless you are your doctor. Unless you've become your doctor and your own scientist, and you move with the scientific method of understanding your reality. A broad method. So, this man has done a good job so far. I see how he's building up what's going on. Humans are breathing in their own CO2. I guess CO2 really did drop. And that's, people are saying, oh yeah, the earth is better than it has been. People haven't been going out. People haven't been doing things, even though I see people go out every day, to be honest. But I see the difference in some places. So I really wanted to share that because I noticed that. I seen the coincidence. Like, wow, this man, the same man that said that he wanted to reduce CO2 emissions and depopulate the humans with this CO2, I started thinking to myself, whatever happened to that talk? What is he doing to make sure that he reduced CO2 emissions from 6-7 years ago and this now? Oh my gosh, is it a coincidence that right now human beings are breathing in their own CO2 and they're wearing a mask to stop the CO2 from actually coming out of going out into space and around us? Wow, and he's the same man who's working on the vaccine and the same man who's working with Dr. Fauci and these politicians? Wow. I have to do something. So I came on this video. And the same force that urges me to come and make this video and urges me to come and share this information with you guys is the same force of nature. If it wasn't for what you would call nature or the universe, my connection, if it wasn't for my connection to this universe, to this nature, if it wasn't my connection to it, I would share less. I would share less of what I think. Because I'm so connected with this greenery, and the frequency of green is the frequency of the heart chakra, and we know how color therapy works. Because I'm so connected to my higher self, I feel like I have to share with you these epiphanies, these realizations, these puzzle pieces that I'm putting together, because you are me and I know this. And I would do this for myself. I would want to tell myself, actually, I have done that already. My reflections in this world have shared their vision, their understandings, and it enlightened myself. I enlightened myself from a space of not knowing, and I was so willing to learn and be better that I absorbed it, hopefully with no preconceived notions, so that I can understand it, put what I absorb on a piece of paper or in front of me, and look at it objectively and not through my own personal emotions that I'm growing through in my life, just so I can get the message that the universe or my higher self wants me to get. This is just your connection to the all. Connection to the all should be telling you what's going on. It should be telling you what to do. Do not ignore it. If you ignore it, the voice is going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. It's more silent and more silent. But the more you follow up with that, it gets more prominent. It gets louder. It gets stronger. You become it. You become the universe. And you will not let, as the universe, you will not let yourself. And you would, but as the all, speaking from the all, with great intentions, with good intentions, you know that it's gonna be what it's gonna be, but you're gonna do what you, in this role of my body, what we call our egos. This is what I'm here to do, because if I don't do this, am I expecting? It's a funny thing to expect the world to get better when you don't do anything to better it. It's like you're doing the same thing over and over, expecting something different, when it never giving you any different results. And I've noticed the different results in between me sharing my vision and sharing these truths. I noticed the difference. People do message me back and be like, yo, thank you for sharing that. That was some real shit. Yo, like I needed that. People do say that. I can show y'all. I'm not saying I'm like this super crazy, like whatever the fuck. Hey, I might be. Or just like super crazy public figure or something. It is what it is. I am a guru. I am my own spiritual guru. And hopefully I can serve to be one for you. Because I take my time. I take this reality, my life, serious. Serious enough to act on my intuition. Serious enough to understand who I am in this world. Serious enough to put everything aside to understand this life and understand what I'm here for. I don't let anything else get in the way of that. And when it does get in the way of that, I get a little bit shook. I get a little bit resistant. I get a little bit shaky. I'm like, yo, no. I know my worth. I know how amazing I am. I'm not gonna let anything try to make me feel less amazing. Even though how I feel is up to me. Even though how I feel is my perception, thus creating a reaction in my bodies. But I would not put myself in a situation, in a place, in a space of being, in a space that makes me feel less. So, I act on my intuition, my connection. I act as my higher self. So, even though this kind of got a little bit further than what I was talking about in the beginning, it's just all still connected. Follow your intuition. Go get your doctors, go get your scientists, go get your biologists. Ask them about the CO2. And that's just the beginning, that's just a part of it. I just need you people to see that something is being put together quite finely. And it's out of your control in a way. And it's important. It's more important to focus on the reality that you want to create in nature. A sustainable reality. It's more important for you to be focusing in on what it is that you are and who you are right now than giving anything else too much focus. But through that realization of who you are and understanding of who you are, you will begin to understand your worth. It's like you're realizing that you're something so much bigger and more than what you used to think that you were. And then you see around you that your conditions are making you less. So you say, I need to get in a place where I can be more for who I am. I need to be around people. I need to be in an environment that allows me, that makes me more of what I know that I am now, what I'm learning that I am. I don't need to stay in an environment that's literally lowering my frequency. So, do what you will and do what you can. And keep in mind, nothing happens by chance or coincidence. Peace.